New weekend, same scenario. The Ohio Bobcats take care of business against number 17, the Arizona Wildcats. They win both games of a two-game sweep. Night number one, Kevin, was 4-3. It was a good contest. Night number two, we'll get to that in a moment. 4-0, Ohio wins that game. Let's start with night number one, though. 4-3, kind of a back-and-forth affair. Ohio fell behind in that game, but for the fourth consecutive game, came back and won.
Yeah, Ryan, that says a lot about this Ohio team, being able to battle back despite trailing. And, that was a very competitive game. Both teams show why they are both ranked relatively highly in the ACHA. A very good contest, but ultimately Ohio was the team that emerged victorious. It was a big win, as they were able to come back for the fourth consecutive week.
In that game, 3 of the 4 goals were scored by freshmen, so once again they were involved, and it wasn't even the top line that was doing all of it. It seemed like it was a true team effort to win game one.
Yeah, it really was. You take a look at line one, obviously, having a very big impact, but also some of the other guys. One guy that stood out in particular was Diego Breckenridge. Despite not putting up a point on the board, he was the number 1 star of that game, and he looked great. Did a lot of the little things necessary to help his team win the game. So a big congratulations to Diego Breckenridge for having a very big, almost emerging type of game for him.
Matt Mickno got the victory in game one. He improved to 4-0-0 on the season. Now on to game two. Ohio played Saturday night and they won 4-0 over Arizona. Great win, a big-time shutout for Teddy Dushkin, but Kevin, the win wasn't what stood out from the night. Things got crazy in the third.
It really did. With about 5 minutes to go, things got a little dicey between the two teams, to say the least. A lot of scrums between the two teams, but ultimately it got very ugly as almost a fist fight broke out between the two teams, something you hate to see. I believe 7 ejections between the two teams. It was a rough way to end what should have been a very nice Ohio win. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the headline for this game.
With the victory, Teddy Dushkin went to 6-0-0 as a starting goaltender for this team. 3 of the 4 goals were scored in the first period, another fairly good offensive and defensive showing from the Cats. Overall, the Bobcats are now 10-0-0, and they will surely keep a grasp on that number 1 spot in the ACHA Top 25. Now, Kevin, moving forward, the Bobcats will take on a good Liberty team on the road next weekend. What do you expect from the Cats?
It's going to be a very big challenge for these Ohio Bobcats because Liberty is a very good team. They have 2 of the top 4 scorers in the ACHA. A lot of scoring threats on that team. But you also have to take a look at Liberty's struggles as of late. They have dropped 5 consecutive games. That's a team that's going to be hungry for a win. They're going to look to get a win at home against Ohio next weekend. Should be a good set of games.
Follow Bobcats Hockey in a couple of ways. First and foremost, get in contact with us on Twitter by going to @BobcatsHockey. Also, go to our Facebook page, like us at Ohio Bobcats Hockey, and go to our team website, OhioBobcatsHockey.com. We'll give you updates on all the madness that happened in this weekend's affair, and we'll also give you some previews and other things as we look forward to the matchup with Liberty. But until then, he's been Kevin Noonan, I've been Ryan Boyd, and this has been a recap of Ohio's sweep of Arizona.